Hey you, hope you're having an awesome now moment. Today's video, we're going to talk about value being subjective, how emptiness is love, and how these can support you in manifesting the life that your heart desires. And first, if you feel ready, willing, and able to invest in yourself and book a coaching call to shift your consciousness today, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. It's 555 USD for 1 hour. And if you would like to test the waters and see what this is all about, you can book a 15-minute clarity call also in the link in the description. So, everything is particles of love like dancing. The emptier we are of our own projections, ideas, subjects, experiences from the past, regrets, the more full of love we are. And paradoxically, we are love. That's our natural state, just the flow state. That in every moment we feel inspired to do something, it comes from intuition. There's no resistance. This is the end of suffering. This is when life just becomes a consistent playground of excitement and devotion. And the things that you choose to commit to, they're going to be easy to commit to because it's not the personal self making anything happen. It's just your higher self in your body activating what is the best choice for the highest potential of your unfoldment, of your self-actualization, aka your heart's desires. Those relationships, that intimacy you crave, that successful career, that marriage, that meeting that one special person that can swipe your feet off the ground, that feeling that you wish to attain. It's the feeling of unconditional love, peace, and freedom. And how good can it be if you choose to abide in that space of unconditional peace, unconditional happiness, joy, and freedom just because you exist? Where there are no worries, where there's no doubt, there's no impatience, there's no thinking, when is it going to show up? Because you know in conviction that it's here for you. And that is knowing that you are that emptiness, that you are that void. So, how this somatic healing work can contribute to you getting closer to your dreams and also your dreams moving closer to you. It's like you move like this and your dreams go closer by letting go of any stories and memories from your cellular system from the past. If you can delete your consciousness, you can just cancel cleared every single memory you have had of the person that you were before this moment and know that you are completely worthy and deserving of recreating your whole life. Because right now, you can be empty. Right now, it is who do you want to be? How do you want to show up to this life experience? If you were born in the most loving, warmed, rich family, how would you respond to situations? If that was ingrained in your blood, in your ancestral lineage, freedom, carefreeness, doing whatever the fuck you want, liberation, wealth consciousness, clarity, peace, relaxation. How would you relate to your experiences? How would you relate to your friendships? If you know that you cannot fail, you can only learn, iterate, and course correct, wouldn't that be enough motivation to pursue your calling, to choose? It's a choice. And then stay consistent in that frequency and in that vibration of knowing that you cannot fail, of knowing that it will show up in physical reality as long as you stay consistent in the vibration that it is already here. And how can you live in that eternal flow state? The emptier you are, the more somatic work you have done within yourself, the less triggers, the less contractions. And then it's easy for your higher self just to move through you in any moment, at any given situation. It doesn't feel like you're doing it. It's like you're taking the back seat of your consciousness and you're letting Godhead, mind side, drive your vehicle. So, yes, you make choices and it just happens effortlessly. The grinding, the suffering, the resistance, that's all gone. Because with no memory of past triggers, no memory of who you were yesterday, a minute ago, you have no commitment, no obligation to be the same person you were a minute ago, a second ago. Every single snapshot of consciousness and reality is a completely new configuration for you to insert your preferred frequency, for you to insert who you want to be, how you want to show up. And if you are, say, you are the person that already has all the things that you're calling in, all your heart's desires, moving to this new country, your new apartment, your new relationships, higher income, the new monies, having fun, playing, having fun in your work, doing what you love, getting paid what you want, and having so much nourishing connection while you do it. If you're already that person, how would you show up to every single interaction with every person and character that appears in your life movie? How would your day look like today? How would you eat? How would you dress? How would you speak? I'm pretty sure there would be no fear, no anxiety, no impatience, no waiting, no wondering. You would just keep planting seeds of heart's desires. And then you just see, you just don't stay there to see how the seeds grow into these beautiful trees of manifestation. You keep planting seeds, you keep having fun, you keep moving, you keep co-creating. Because we're here to have fun. We're here to express our highest joy and to live in abundance and passion and electricity while we do this. Now, let's see. Value being subjective. So we're all equally valuable. Nobody is more valuable or less valuable than someone else. And the thing with value exchange has to do with your frequency. That's how value can be measured. Somebody that lives in infinite peace and joy and it's carefree and it's like could be perceived as higher value, because when you're around that frequency, when you're around that person, you will automatically adopt that state. Not because you're choosing, it's because when you're around people, you get immersed with their field and you're agreeing to receive that configuration of consciousness that they are. So let's say you're around this person and they feel free, they feel excited, they feel alive, they feel passionate, they feel like that would have higher value in that moment because their field will make you feel that same level of peace, fun, and carefreeness. So how can you become high value? By deconditioning your nervous system from the past traumas, by deconditioning your psyche from the past triggers, and by becoming more empty, then you have that same level of value, because whatever you give, whatever you say, whatever you do, it's not what I'm saying, it's not what you're doing. It is the frequency behind it. It is the intention behind it. It's the vibration. How does it make you feel? Why do you like to be around this person? Why do you want to become this or that? Because of the frequency, because of the state. Going back to, you don't want $1,000,000 or you don't want the perfect partner. You want to feel good. You want to feel abundant. You want to feel aligned. You want to feel generous. You want to feel loved, seen, playful. You want your life to be easier, to be more exciting. So yes, we're all equal value. And the more you know this and you embody this, knowing that your value is the same as mine, as a rock star, as then it would be easy for you to receive that and embody it in every cell of your being and feel completely worthy of doing what you love, getting paid what you want, having fun while you do it, pursuing your calling, receiving that raise in your work. Go ahead and call that person that you miss. Reunite with your soulmate, reunite with your soul family, with your twin flame. You'll feel completely worthy of that because you would know that it's all equal players of the simulation of life. So how do you raise your frequency? How do you raise your vibration into this conviction? You own it. You own it, and you see triggers and setbacks as opportunities to see where you're not free. How can I use this trigger, this setback, to realize that I am already free? Even in the contraction, even in the trigger, even in that moment of this seemingly despair, how can that be an example that what has been triggered is not the real you? Because it's just a mirage. It's just, if that was the real you, who would be the one witnessing the trigger and the contraction? So the more you let this realization of this is more enlightenment teachings to sink in, the more you wouldn't feel identified with the trigger that happens in front of you. And you can abide in the free flow energy, high frequency of joy, excitement, passion, and abundance. Let's see. Who was the first person that made you feel incapable? Who was the first person that made you feel like a failure? Why and how you may be blocking what you're calling in? And are you ready to take responsibility? Are you ready to ground? Okay. So this could be some of the questions that could move that stuck energy in your nervous system that could be getting triggered when I invite you to rise into the highest level of your game, into the highest level of your self-actualization, into that person that you came here to become. So let's go back to the questions. Who was the first person that made you feel incapable? Because if you're going to alchemize, embody, and ground that you have equal value than everybody else in reality, and there's a part of you that says like, I still don't believe it. I still feel contracted. Who was this first person that made you feel incapable? And go back to that memory. What does this person said or did in your life movie that you adopted the belief, that you made a choice? Okay, because of this person's behavior, I'm going to choose to feel incapable and unworthy. And see the unreality of it. Why somebody else's behavior can have any saying in what's true for you and your world. What's true for you and your world is your choice to make. It's your own degree of self-love and self-worth. Doesn't matter what mommy, daddy, friend, teacher said or did. Yes, you probably were a child and you had in that moment your consciousness super open and super innocent. You're like, I'm going to choose to believe that this means this about me. But now as an adult, you can see the unreality of it and see the silliness of it and see these belief as, oh, fun. I don't need you anymore. Thank you, but no thank you. And own your infinite worth. Who was the first person that made you feel like a failure? And how these things may block in what you're calling in. Just this question alone shifts the whole thing. If you realize in awareness that these beliefs, these limiting paradigms or positionalities are the things that are blocking the blessings that you're calling in, that next level of your income, of your self-realization, of your friendships, of your love, then you can make the choice to drop them. You don't need them anymore. Let them go. Surrender. And I'll leave you with this one, last one. Are you ready to take responsibility? Are you ready to ground? Are you ready, willing, and able to choose your highest potential, to say no more to the old limiting beliefs, ideas, paradigms, positionalities, ways that you have critiqued yourself, ways that you have judged yourself, and anything that may be stopping you to saying, fuck yes, I'm going to claim my infinite worth. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want, as long as it's in integrity. I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. And I know it's here for me. So it's going to show up tomorrow, today, yesterday. You're going to be expecting it in a state of absolute bliss and patience. Bliss. Because you know that it's coming for you. That's all for today. If you're ready, willing, and able to invest in yourself and shift your consciousness today, you can do so by clicking the link in the bio description, 555 1-hour coaching session, or a 15-minute clarity call, so we can have a deep transformative experience together. I love you, stay strong, and I'm so excited to connect with you soon.